Hi, Pisces. Welcome to your February 2019 love reading. My name is Gypsy from Gypsy Healing Company, and I am so grateful that you clicked on this video. And I appreciate you all subscribing. I know I have a lot of viewers who are not subscribed. So help me out, help get the message to those people who need to hear it the most. And you can do that by clicking the subscribe button. Please and thank you. Today we have a 5-card spread. The top row is representative, wow, of you and your emotions. And the bottom is a representation of the person that you are connecting with. If this does not resonate, please check out your rising sign, your moon sign, and some people like to check out the Venus sign. And then if you're still feeling a little lost in the sauce, please reach out for a personal reading and we can get into the energy that's specifically there with you. All right, here we go. First card. For you, Pisces, we have the Hanged Man. You are attempting to see your relationship in a new perspective, perhaps even trying to do new things within the relationship just to see if those things work a little bit better for you. A lot of you are also having to take a little bit of time out and take a pause and figure out how you feel about this individual that you're relating with. One thing that is very noticeable here with the Hanged Man is that his heart chakra is completely open and he's really just trying to absorb everything from all angles, all perspectives. So I see that for you this month, where you're considering your relationship, how it's making you feel, and whether or not you want to continue in that same direction. Now, the person you're connecting with, it has sort of the opposite. Well, in some ways it's the opposite energy because he has his arms crossed. So his heart chakra is blocked. He is not seeing or accepting the cup of emotions that perhaps you are trying to give to him or her at this time. But one thing that is similar between these two cards is that both cards are cards of pause, of reconsideration, of needing to be in the present moment and to see what is around you. So both of you are kind of taking a time out, perhaps mentally or even physically in terms of the status of your relationship, to think about things and figure out how you're feeling and if this is something that you want to do. The challenge this month, again, Pisces, you have a lot of cups, you have a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, a lot of opportunities and possibilities. And your challenge this month is figuring out which direction you want to go, which cup you want to go with. Some of you, Pisces, have multiple people that you're dealing with here, each bringing to you their own special stuff, for lack of a better word. So you're looking at your opportunities here and figuring out like, hey, I really like this one thing about this person. I really don't like this thing about this person. And you have a lot of choice, a lot of options, which is making sense with why you have the Hanged Man energy, this pause, this, I need some time to myself to figure out which direction I want to go. Your person, their challenge at this time is the Emperor. Now, in some ways, this is the same issue of perhaps not knowing which direction they want to go, what they want to conquer next. The Emperor is very sharp-minded and he's very future-focused and he's ready for battle. So for a lot of you, you could be feeling like you're ready. Your person could be feeling like they're ready for battle. They're ready for argument. They're ready to give you some very choice words. They're ready for some fiery, passionate communication. They're ready to take things to a different level. This energy this represents Aries. So Pisces, if you are connecting with a fire sign, particularly an Aries or someone who exhibits those qualities, perhaps very passionate, controlling, headstrong, this energy might be a challenge for you to deal with this month, or perhaps you are giving your person this message of my way or the highway. This is how we're doing it. This is how we're moving forward. This is how I feel. So very strong, stubborn energy here. You might experience, again, like I said, some passionate conversations, perhaps even arguments with this individual for that reason. Okay, unexpectedly, we have the 9 of Swords. So you panic. Unexpectedly, you're panicking. You're sitting up at night, replaying things over and over in your mind, trying to figure out, perhaps it's about this decision that you need to make. This decision is plaguing you. Perhaps you're having a lot of regrets about the actions that you've taken, or you're upset or depressed about the actions other people have taken. You are kind of stuck in the past about some things, or worried about some things currently. And this sort of worry energy comes unexpectedly within your relationship. Maybe it's about something that you thought was already taken care of, or perhaps there is something new that happens that your partner does that causes you to reconsider and to not be very happy about it, to be in mental anguish for some of you. And this card could be, as big as somebody betraying you, or it could be as small as you just being stuck on something in the past, being worried about something. Okay, so again, this is going to depend on your specific relationship from person to person, but there's some sort of communication, some sort of message that is revealed that bugs you about this relationship, or about this person, or what they've done, or what you've done, and you're sick about something that you've done. Unexpectedly, your person is wanting to move forward. Again, the Emperor energy, wanting to move forward. This could include you, they want to just move on with you. Or for others, it could mean they want to move on without you and just be done with the situation. But you both are feeling, while you're feeling stuck, they're wanting to move forward one way or another. Which could give you some insight if you're noticing, that the person you're connecting with is seeming more agitated or impatient. They're ready to go. They want to move forward. They're tired of this. They're tired of you being here, and they want some forward motion. The advice is the Death card here. This is about rebirth and transformation. This has been coming up a lot. So Scorpio has been busy. If you are connecting with a Scorpio, they are right here. And if you're not, the advice here is for you to dead all of your old patterns, all of those things that you've done before, perhaps the lying or the cheating or the emotional manipulation or not being entirely honest about your dealings with others, or about your feelings about others. This is telling you to stop doing all of that, to learn your lesson already, and to move forward. Perhaps to scrap this relationship for some of you. Again, if your this is all entirely up to you. There's lots of happy Pisces out there, so don't scrap a happy relationship. Of course, use your own judgment. However, if you're finding that you're unhappy, and that this is a sort of pattern that you've been repeating over and over again. The universe is inviting you to dead it, to be done with the old ways of doing things, and to invite the energy of something new to come in. Let's get rid of this and this and this so that self-assurance can take its place, honesty, forthright, just more positivity, right? You've learned a lot in terms of your relationships and what to do and what not to do. The advice for your person is very, very similar. Lots of swords here. You both are in your feelings. You both are in your head. You both are trying to figure out what you want to do. But this individual here potentially feels stabbed in the back. If this is not your situation, they're feeling exhausted and tired of the same old, of the same mental games, of the emotional manipulation, and they're ready for a new cycle again. The Death card is major arcana guidance about starting anew, and the Ten of Swords is like the same message, just not to as strong of a degree. And I think in the Cancer video, the placements were very similar. So if you're connecting with a Cancer, this would definitely make sense, because they got this too. So I say that to say the relationship has to change. If you're going to stay together, the ways you talk to each other and relate to each other and the things that you say to each other need to change. If this is beyond repair and you both are just going in completely different directions, then it is time for the status of your relationship to change. The outcome, we have the King of Wands, a renewed sense of focus, a fire, a creativity that's being sparked through these changes. There's a greater sense of, yes, this is what I want. This is what I'm going for. I'm setting my sights here. I'm building my empire, my kingdom. I'm exercising my creative abilities and talent. And I am funneling my passion into the things that I desire moving forward. This also represents a fire sign. So again, if you're dealing with an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, there's lots of fire here. So the outcome can be, getting your kingdom together, getting your ducks in a row, getting everything in gear to create that which you've been contemplating, to make the necessary moves. This guy can be a bit harsh, a bit cold, because he's just so set on what he wants and he knows what he doesn't want. So he's just like, I'm cutting it out. I'm cutting you off. I'm cutting this out. This is not a swords card, but the fire and intensity that he has, he is quick to burn whoever needs to be out of his energy field. And similarly, whoever is on his team, he's going to fight for very fiercely. That's the same for you, right? You can use your fire to burn someone out of your life, or you can use your fire to protect that same relationship, and that's going to be up to you. For your person, we have the Ace of Cups. And this is interesting. If we look at the beginning, they are having trouble accepting the cup of love from you. And they have difficulty. Seeing this as worthwhile at first. And then by the end of this transformation, if you're deciding to stay with this individual, well, regardless, the person you're connecting with through the communication, through going through this month, is able to reach a sense of openness. So instead of being closed off and not accepting the cup, they are broken open, so that they can receive your love or receive the healing necessary from the situation, so that they can move on, or so that they can stay within the relationship on their own. So there's definitely some tension here in these in-between cards. However, this tension can turn into some vulnerability through these discussions of your thoughts and your feelings. Through getting clear on what you want and communicating that to your partner, they can begin to let their guard down and accept you and accept your love, or just to accept the situation as it is, for being over for some of you. Because there's definitely, I mean, the death card's here. So for some of you, in February, you're breaking up. But for others, it's about the renewal within the relationship. It's about what you go through to get to this point of being able to love more openly, to heal, and to provide the relationship with the necessary foundation to begin again, to start over. All right, Pisces, we have 2 angels and ancestors cards for you. First one is the Wise One, and it says to grow within your current situation. So a lot of you are being asked to stick it out with your partner through this difficult time. See, like that this is not about breaking up, but instead growing within the situation. How can you guys grow together? How can you overcome these feelings? And once you determine how you can do that, once you get over these arguments or these disagreements about what is best for you and the relationship, through sticking together through difficult times, you can reach an immense amount of growth and strengthen your relationship. We also have Mother Earth, and it says feel love and comforted. So for some of you, these feelings here are all in your head, or all about the past, or all about things that have transpired already. And for some of you, they have no bearing in your current situation. For some of you, you are creating more issues than are there, right? A lot of this is in your mind, in your head. And because of the things that you have experienced in the past, some of you are turning this into, or creating problems that aren't actually there. Perhaps they are unresolved issues from the past that need to be addressed. But in terms of the actual relationship, there's love. There's definitely the potential for love and healing, Pisces. Despite the disagreements, if you guys can turn over a new leaf and grow together, there is potential here. There's a lot of potential. That depends on you and your partner and what you decide to do. While tarot can illuminate your options and give you an idea of what the energies are doing, ultimately it is up to you. You have the divine gift and freedom of choice. So use it. Knowing this, what can you do to help yourself and your relationships this month? All right, Pisces, thank you so much for clicking on this video, for supporting the page, and helping the message get to a wider audience. I love you so much, and I hope you have a great month. Bye.